FreeMMOStation.com.
Hey, what's going on, FreeMMOStation? I'm Skyland Shore, and I'm playing Defiance, which just went free to play. And if you kind of want a gist of what this game is, think Borderlands, but in an MMO. And yeah, Borderlands is already very RPG, very MMO-ish, and it has multiplayer aspects, but this game is full-on MMO with lots of phasing and zones and levels and all sorts of crazy different stuff. Yeah, you have the normal RPG elements, and there's a lot to this game that makes it extremely similar to Borderlands, which is why I'm referencing it here, but there are a couple things that make it what it is, and at the same time, there's a lot of things that make it very similar to other games. So, where does this game fall in line? Are you gonna like it? I don't know. Here's my review. Let's see. So, right out of the gate, Defiance is a cinematic experience. There are little cinematics or cutscenes, and it is a role-playing game, and there is a story that you will be participating in as a player. And right now, it doesn't seem like there's too much choice. Again, this is my first impressions, just early levels, so at the moment, it seems like very a roller coaster ride experience, but it is a sandbox, and in the sense that, like a normal MMO, you can explore the world, but for the most part, it seems very structured extremely similarly to Borderlands, where it seems like you can go and explore, sort of choose which quests to do, but basically you are going to be staying in the same areas, and you're going to have a general flow, so maybe somewhere in between roller coaster and sandbox, which is maybe something like Firefall. Firefall is also quite similar. Graphically, the game looks pretty okay. It seems dated, to be honest, but it's totally fine. It seems like it will run on lesser machines. The textures aren't amazing and everything, so it's not built for a super high-end game. It doesn't have cel-shaded graphics, which Firefall does, another similar game, and Borderlands also, so it kind of makes those games timeless. This game, it doesn't have as pretty graphics, and I don't think it's as timeless, so if you want to play this game, it was probably really fun back in its heyday, but then again, right now it's free to play, so you don't have to pay anything to play it. Get on and play it. The graphics, I'd say, are worthy of what the price is now. There's physics and stuff like that. You get the grenades, you can get vehicles, and there's a whole lot of things that make the game feel really good. You can do a whole lot. There's a whole lot of movements, unlike back in World of Warcraft back in the day, and even now, it doesn't feel very good. Everything is still very floaty. In this game, you know, it is kind of floaty. It is an MMO, but it is a shooter MMO, and it feels probably just comparable to Borderlands at least.
Hold on, Captain.
Alright guys, so when you get into the game, you're going to be introduced to the game world, which at least seems interesting, and I do like the ideas, and I do like the voice acting and everything. It wasn't super cheesy. It was actually pretty okay. I liked everything that was going on. I was actually intrigued about this world, and I became a little bit invested. Okay, so I made my character. Not great character customization, to be honest, but it's there, and it's interesting. And it does give you a little bit of insight into the lore of the world. It seems that there was this sort of conflict, and there seems to be this ongoing conflict happening right now, and it seems that there was a race, an alien race that came to Earth. So there's humans, and then there's these aliens, and then we started to sort of cohabitate and also make alien human babies and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, but then there's wars, and I don't know, I'm not really into the story yet, but so far, you know, at least I'm intrigued, and it's honest about itself, and it seems okay. So yes, you create your character, you choose a couple different classes. It seems like you sort of determines your guns, maybe? No, at least it determines your starter guns, your starter experience. I'm not exactly sure about the limitations, and also, whenever you are leveling up, you have these different abilities, so I'm assuming that you get these different abilities and you can choose which ones depending on your class. So with me, I was able to choose from a power ability or a decoy ability. I don't know if that's like that for everybody. Maybe somebody else can get a stealth ability. It's not exactly explained how these abilities work, but you have this sort of program inside of you called an ego. And this ego is extremely similar to the AI that guides you in Borderlands. It's pretty much identical, and this is going to be like your main quest giver, and she's going to help you through the game, especially in the tutorial session. So you have this sort of AI person called an ego, and she also gives you powers, and it's basically this whole system where you can level up different talents and things like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but yes, another feature that makes it extremely similar to Borderlands. But overall, you know, other than aesthetically, like mechanically, this game is Borderlands as an MMO. Mechanically, it is. The vehicles behave in an extremely similar manner. All the guns, the way the numbers pop up whenever you're shooting enemies. And honestly, that's okay. I'm sure somebody, whenever they're thinking of Defiance, they played Borderlands, they're big fans, and Borderlands is a good game and it has a lot of success. They probably thought up of this game, and this game is good. It's comparable, and I'm not going to say it like ripped off Borderlands because whatever, it's actually fun. I'm having fun with it, and I can't really shed too much negative light on it, except for, you know, the graphics. Graphics are, they're not that great. But the game itself was actually fun, and I played a little bit longer than I was expecting. Normally I come into these things, I play for a couple hours or so, but this one I actually played for, you know, like a whole day, and it was actually a lot of fun. It was a little bit confusing though, because I've learned that this thing actually has a TV series running with it, and also the quest lines are episodic. So when you get into the game, you have these notifications. I'm not saying the UI is clustered or anything. The UI was actually pretty okay, and I really enjoyed it, but right now we're in Season 2 currently of the episodic adventuring quests, and so it's like, you need to go here and do this, but as the player, when you start out, you're not at Season 2, you're not ready to go there yet, so it's a little bit daunting and confusing, but, you know, luckily, because it is an MMO, I can just type in the chat, hey, do I really have to go here? No, I can just do the normal quests and everything, but it's just a little bit confusing. Guys, when you come into this game, know that it is episodic, so you're going to want to catch up to it, which is cool, I'm really glad. I love MMOs that do that. Guild Wars 2 does this, and I absolutely love that. And also, because this game is free to play, very similar to Guild Wars 2, I don't have to play it all the time. I can just do my episodic episode, whatever, play, and then I could stop. You know, I don't have to play every single day, and then whenever they come out with a new episode, I can come back and play. And I would like that. I'm probably actually going to continue playing this game, and I'm going to suggest this to probably everyone. It seems friendly for, I want to say all ages, to be honest. It seems friendly for all ages. Kind of similar to Borderlands. I know Borderlands is a little bit more on the mature side, but I'm going to say this is safe for all ages. It seems pretty cool. It's a little bit comic booky, but whatever. That's why we like games like this. And yeah, episodic, super awesome in my book. I'm going to try to get my friends to play it, but yep. I suggest it to everyone. I'm not going to say it's super awesome, amazing, you know, the graphics aren't amazing, the mechanics aren't super duper unique or anything. It's just all around, it's a pretty cool game, and as a free-to-play, it's definitely way up there on the games that you need to try. Okay, so, thanks for watching, guys. That's my rant review. First impressions, I'm Skylant Shore with FreeMMOStation. Like and subscribe for more awesome content, and I'll see you around, right? Okay, bye, guys.